Welcome back to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast where football meets conviction. I am Jay Galagna here with my co-host Jesse Shalalo. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when all of our videos drop. Smash that button.
Please do.
Subscribe one.
As you should.
And the rest of them.
Always.
But, comment faith down in the comments section when you are subscribed so we can show you some love once you do that. And also, before we start, as always, Jesus loves you. How are you doing today, Jesse?
Doing great, man. Can't complain. It feels like June is going by rather quickly because we're already about to be in July, which is awesome for us because, we'll have more content as we get to July, but it just feels like time's going a little faster than we would like it to be. But it's all good.
We got to wait till the end of July.
We started to wait till the end of July for any actual football stuff. So, but other than that, I'm good. Are you talking about the Hall of Fame game or something like that? I know that's first
training camp.
Or is that when's the Hall of Fame game? Isn't that late July or is that mid July?
It should be
because I keep forgetting when that is. Let me see.
It should be end of July, I think.
All right. Hall of Fame game is August 6th. So it's early August. Which, yeah. So we aren't getting football content till early August. Not that the Hall of Fame game is anything worthwhile. We got training camp. It's something. I know that, but actual football content. Yeah, actual season content stuff. It'll be August, but the Hall of Fame games, like I said,
I wonder who's going to be in it.
Call that.
Did they already say who's going to be in it?
It's the Carolina. No. Yep, the Panthers and the Cardinals.
Oh.
South.
Oh, you could watch Carson Beck.
You could watch Carson Beck do it up over there. Who knows?
And who else?
Kenny
Is
Pickett.
There any good
Lord, it's
players?
Kenny Pickett versus Carson Beck.
Oh my
God. Yeah, he's on the Panthers. Goodness gracious.
Is he their backup technically?
He technically would be the backup unless I.
Oh yeah, because Dalton went to the Eagles.
Yeah, let's see what their thing looking like. This is not what we were supposed to talk about, but we're talking about it. So it's Kenny Pickett's number 2, Will Greer's the number 3, and Haynes King is the 4th string.
So he went to Georgia Tech.
He's got Georgia Tech, man.
He was undrafted. Yeah, he was undrafted.
But
he's
anyway,
a good running
to move
quarterback.
On.
So
he's mobile. I don't know that Georgia Tech's like that.
He is. I watched some Georgia Tech games just on random Saturdays.
You watching Georgia Tech games is egregious.
It was when they were playing I think Florida State was one of them or something.
I'm not judging, man. I'm not judging. But anyway, excited to talk, do our previews as we have done for 2 or 3 episodes now. Also, we got a lot of comments on our last video about the Justin Herbert overrated stuff, which was very funny to watch. The reactions from the past couple of days was hilarious. And to the dude that said that we're is a trash take and a trash can channel, thank you for the comment. We appreciate it. And
it's not a trash take.
We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, whether you think it's a trash take or not. So
you might not have liked it,
but also really do appreciate. Yeah. Also appreciate the love and the fact that the video did better than our other videos. So appreciate you guys really taking the time to watch it and stuff. It means something to me and Jake more than you guys will ever know. So but anyway.
Any comment. But the first guy that did comment,
he had a good point.
He had some good points. It was very long, but
the Greg Roman point kind of moves me a little bit. It was okay. I
completely understand.
And also, you said as someone who had Greg Roman on this team, firsthand how bad he was as an offensive player.
He's a very good run game guy. He's just not a good offensive coordinator. There's a difference. If he was a run game coordinator or a run game specialist, he's one of the best.
Yeah, but does this mean that changes my mind? No, I still don't have faith in the Chargers winning.
I don't think anything in the world or ever that could happen. anything short of like Herbert winning a Super Bowl would make me change my mind that he's not
Because
overrated.
you guys have to understand how good he had, how good of a rookie here Justin Herbert had. We were expecting the Chargers to at least be at the AFC Championship game at least once. So the
Like
fact
he
that he
went
hasn't
like
even gotten
this,
them that far is kind of concerning for what we saw out of him his rookie year and all the hype that he's been getting since he came to the
and
league.
like I'm tired of like people talking
It's the
about.
same with CJ Stroud. It's literally the same thing as CJ Stroud.
Yeah, but with Herbert, I'm tired of people talking about, oh, his O-lines was hurt. Oh, he doesn't have weapons or enough weapons like in the past. Like his O-line was hurt in the playoffs. His O-line wasn't good.
Mm-hmm. And we're not
And
saying anything that the Chargers won't be good.
Patrick Mahomes' O-line wasn't very good.
He's gotten the Super
For
Bowl multiple times.
many times actually.
Yeah.
Like there's been plenty of quarterbacks that have had below average offensive lines that have
And
gotten
mind
deep in
you,
the
the Chargers still
postseason.
made the playoffs with a struggling O line. So we already know the Chargers are not scrubs by any means. It's just he hasn't done anything in the playoffs that makes it okay, we have something here. The only good thing Herbert has done in the playoffs was the first half against the Jags. That is it. Other than that, he hasn't had any great first quarter to fourth quarter playoff games. We're like, okay, but we have this to go off of. We know he's
Yeah,
a good regular season quarterback. We said him and Dak are in the same place as regular season quarterbacks. They're good. But like you have
like
to do something in the postseason to mean something.
yeah, it's just like I get he throws for a lot of yards and he's athletic
He's got
and
a great arm. He
he's
has a
like
stupid
he
arm.
can make every throw. I'm not saying he's not a talented quarterback. He's extremely talented. He's one of the most talented. But it's just like he makes the dumbest decisions in the postseason or in big games. Like it's like even if he had a good offensive line, he would make bad like right now he would make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Let's get into our
Let's get
first
into it.
thing on the docket, which is a little more NFL news that is popped up here and there the last week. The first thing, a lot of this has been the last like couple days, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
But Brenton Sorsby, as we were talking about last week, um, going into the supplemental draft for the NFL because of the whole college thing, he just dropped it all. They're not having it anymore, so there's no supplemental draft now. So Sorsby cannot get it go to the NFL this season, so he has to wait till the draft next year to be able to get into and like get drafted into the NFL at the earliest point. So, yeah, I don't know. So like really quick, I just think it's funny that like he went through all not funny, but like coincidence, like ironic that he went through all of that stuff, tried to go play college football, then dropped it, went to the supplemental draft, and then they decide we're not having it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's a good decision. Maybe he needs. I don't know what's gonna happen. He might. I don't know if he's gonna try to go back to college again, or just train and do all that stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts on it? What do you think? What do you do? You think this was a good decision for the NFL, just based on in the context of like Brendan Sorsby's um like future, or like where like I guess is this the right thing for him, if that made any sense at all, or just give me your
Um,
thoughts.
no, you're good.
That's another question.
I think this is such a delicate issue only because like with the whole with the NFL not wanting to do the supplemental draft, their reasoning at the end of the day was they didn't want it to be a distraction for teams heading into training camp, which I kind of understand that because it's more like they're now having to think about getting like players at the last minute. Not that they're already doing that, but like this was like more like people that like you haven't really think about in a while, or college players who never got drafted in the actual draft and went in undrafted and stuff like that. So I understand why the NFL said no to it, but for Sorsby, I'm like, I don't, man. I think for as good of a quarterback as he is, I think a college team would hop on the chance to get him, even if it isn't Texas Tech. I'd say for him, I think he has to play some form of football next year, just so that teams can see that he's still developing as a quarterback in order for them to want to draft him next year. Because if you don't play for a year, a lot of teams are going to forget about you really quick because the NFL is a business. At the end of the day, like if you're not putting up the numbers that you should be, they will not look at you or they will look another way. Or they will look at somebody who is doing better or somebody who is actually on the field. So from that perspective, I think Sorsby has to be doing some sort of football next year. But I guess the question is will the NCAA allow him to play college next year, or would he just be doing like would he go join another random league? Like, would he go join like the UFL? Would he go play there's always these different factors that can go into it where he can play at least a
Yeah.
year. And then if he has the attributes still there and if he produces well wherever he is, whether it's college or outside of college, then I'd say there's a world where we could see Brenton Sorsby in the NFL next year, but it would have to be like and also not only that he's playing well, but also that the gambling stuff is nipped in the bud. Because I
Yeah.
think if he's still going to have that issue going into the NFL, then it will be a big issue. Because
Yeah.
we've seen like Calvin Ridley literally could not play an entire season because of the fact that he was gambling. Now, was he gambling against his own team? No, but it's still an issue to the NFL to a point where they literally nix the player's entire season because of that. So if
Yeah.
Sorsby tries to do that going into this upcoming season, he's going to lose another year of football. So you got to keep all that in mind. But I think the whole thing makes sense, and I hope Sorsby can find some form of playing football next year. And if not, I'm very unlikely to think that he will be an NFL player next year to end all that. So
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I think
like I
he
said,
would have to
it's
play.
such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing he's in right now. So I don't even know.
I don't know. I feel like he has to do something, but like, cause like at the same time of like, yeah, he could be a first round quarterback. There's this draft class of quarterbacks next year is gonna be nuts. So like
It is.
all these
It
teams are
is.
gonna be watching these guys play high level like um
I mean, you got Trinidad over at Ole
power four
Miss.
football
You
all
got
year against these
Arch.
top teams in the
You got
country.
Archie over in Texas. You got Dante Moore over in Oregon. Um, who else am I missing? I know is Julian Saint in that conversation at Ohio State?
Yeah.
He probably is, because it's Ohio State. But I mean, yeah, that's four guys, and there's others I haven't even mentioned that are going to be playing at big schools next year. And so, like I said, like if he doesn't do anything, his name will very quickly fall under the cracks, very quickly.
Yeah. All right. Now we got Kyle Pitts.
Why are we
He
talking
just
about this
got
man?
he just got
Why
a
why are we
3-year,
talking?
$54 million extension,
Why are we talking about this man? Why are we talking about this?
which
No, I'm
makes
kidding.
him it makes him the third, I believe it's the third highest. Yeah, so he's the third highest paid tight end in the NFL
Crazy work.
per year
Crazy
average. So
work.
he's making
Hey,
18 million a year.
wait till Brock Bowers contract. That's going to
So
Brock
right now
Bowers contract gonna go. Hey,
it's Kittle is 19.1, McBride 19, Pitts 18, likely 13.3, and Mark Andrews 13.089.
yeah.
So
let's be honest.
Do you think Kyle Pitts deserves this? Do you think it's more of
You
still of what he
you
can
know
eventually
you
be?
know my issues with Kyle Pitts. You know my issue with Kyle Pitts,
What's
and
your
it's
issue with
for
Kyle Pitts?
you know my issue with Kyle Pitts. For as high of a draft pick as he was,
Fantasy?
no, not fantasy.
Oh,
That I do not care. Fantasy, I'm never picking him again, regardless. But as a player, he's good. Let me preface this. He is a very good football player. I am not sitting here and saying Kyle Pitts is a slouch. He is not. But for however draft pick he was, and for how good he was in college, since 2021, what does he have? 3,579 receiving yards. I think I got that number right, but I might be wrong. For what we were expecting from him, I personally think it was an oversell, just much. But I understand why the Falcons did it because other than him and Drake London, well, him, Drake, and Bijan are the three best players right now on the team. So,
yeah.
and he already gave Drake his contract, which was also really good deal. And now they gave Kyle Pitts his job or this deal. So Bijan's going to be next. So they're getting their best three guys on contracts for the next couple years. So the Falcons had to do this to keep those three as the core together, just so that they're able to do more later with the quarterback position.
Mm.
Because nothing against Tua and Michael Penix. I think Penix can become good if he develops more.
Well, if he
I don't
just
know,
stays healthy,
and if he
I
just
think
stays
he could
healthy.
be good.
Same with Tua. So I think it makes sense. I am just a person who was expecting more out of Kyle Pitts, but I understand why the Falcons did it because he's one of the best weapons on the offense. So it makes sense, and I'm happy that he
Yeah.
got the deal. In all honesty, I'm happy he got his deal, especially because they used the franchise tag on him last year. So the
Mm.
fact that they got this deal done for him, like, it only makes sense, and I'm happy, and I hope he can go out there and produce this year.
Yeah, I think he does deserve it. I think last year he had a very good year. In his rookie year, he had 1,000 yards. I think it was his rookie year.
That is true. He had
Pretty
a
sure.
thousand.
Like
He
he
had
had
a
a
thousand.
1,000 yards. It's just he didn't have a ton of touchdowns. Um, he just wasn't utilized the way that he should have been. If
Mm-hmm.
he was a feature on that offense from the beginning, which he should have been, you have a 6'8". How tall is he? Like 6'8" or something? Tight end.
Could not tell you. I can look it up. Give me 1
Like,
second.
why would you not? I just don't. I've never understood why they didn't feature him as the top guy in that offense. Because otherwise, I feel like we'd be having a different conversation about what this contract looks like based on his
So Kyle
production
Pitts is six
as a
six two
total.
fifty.
Okay, but like, I feel like it would be a different conversation if he was utilized more. But I think he is that talented, and I think he's shown how good he can be, especially from the jump. He went for 1,000 yards as a rookie. I don't know what he had last year, but he had a great end of the year at least. I know, but he has all the talent in the world, and like, if you have that much ability, you can't let that guy like get close to free agency. Like, he's one of those guys that you build around, and he's one of your core guys. Like, their core guys are Bijan, Drake, and Pitts. And
I
then you
agree.
build the team around them, especially since they don't know what the quarterback position is going to exactly look like right now, or at least in the future. Because I don't know exactly where their heads are at with Penix. I know they're not committed to
I'm a
Tua
Penix
at all,
defender. Yeah, no, not
but
slightly.
like, just because Penix, like, I know I love Penix. I think he can be like a very, very good quarterback. He just gets hurt too much. Like, he had so many injuries in college.
Yeah, having a
Um,
history of injuries is not going to help
and
him
then
much.
he missed like 8 games or something last year, his rookie year. So,
Yeah, he didn't play
I don't
much
know.
because Kirk Cousins was splitting. time with him. But yeah, to go off your point, the last 4 games that Kyle Pitts had, it was 11. So the Tampa Bay game, 11 receptions, 166, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Arizona, 7 receptions for 57 yards and a touchdown. The Rams, 2 receptions, 16 yards, and the Saints, 6 receptions for 58.
What was his
So he ended.
total
Total
last year?
was 88 receptions for 928 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Okay. So he almost had another 1,000-yard season.
He almost had another 1,000. Yeah.
So that would have been 2 in what? 4 years? 3 years?
His thousand year was his rookie year 2021. He got 356 2022, 667 2023, 602 2024, and now 928 2025.
Yeah.
So it would have
Okay,
been
4 years.
2,000.
So he
Yeah.
would have had 1,000 yards in 2 of 4 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, like I
Good
said,
for
it makes
him.
sense for the longevity of the Falcons. Getting him this deal makes sense. Now,
And you
I
got a
wonder
new
what
coaching
Bijan
staff.
Robinson's contract.
So
Now I wonder what Bijan Robinson's contract's going to look like, because that's going to be
he's gonna
as
be
big, if not bigger, because he's
gonna be the highest paid running
he's
back
one of them guys.
by a lot.
Yeah.
Like whatever Saquon's making, which I think is
also,
like
Now I wonder what Brock Bowers' contract's going to look
18.
like after he's done his rookie deal, because boy, that better go get paid.
Well, I don't know, because that's still for
Still another couple years, like 2 years,
2
or something like that.
years.
So yeah,
Unless they pick up his 5th year,
5th
and
year
that'll
option.
be 3.
Yep. So we shall see.
All right.
But
so another tight end got his extension today. And it's not exactly a big name, but Brenton Strange got a
don't you-
3-year, up to $48 million extension with $25 million guaranteed. I'm just saying that because if you walk up to somebody that's a casual fan, they're not going to know who
That is
Brenton
true.
Strange
That
is.
is true. I'm a Brenton Strange defender myself.
I like
I think
Brenton
he's
Strange.
I think
he's
he's the
very
most
good.
underused person on the Jags right now. I think he could be an asset for them if they use him wisely. Now, understanding that they have Brian Thomas, they have Travis Hunter, they have who's their running back now? Bashal Tutin, and even Trevor Lawrence.
That's another thing. What the heck are the Jags? Their roster is a lot worse than it was last year.
I don't know. It's Bashal Tutin.
No, I'm saying you let ETN walk, you let Lloyd walk on your defense.
Again, we're gonna get to them. We're gonna get to them because we got to talk about that later. But I think Brenton Strange is one of the most underused. I think he's a very underrated tight end in this league. I think, obviously the stats won't show it, because I believe, what did he have this past year? His career is 91 catches for 981 yards and 6 touchdowns in 3 seasons. Now, that is not a great stat record for his career, but yeah, if you watch the games and you watch what Brenton Strange is doing on the field, he's more like a blocker, and like if he's more like a safety net. Like if there's no one out there that's open, he'll catch it and get a couple yards on the field.
He can be a good receiving tight end. It's just that hasn't been his role his entire career. It's just that last year he was able to.
He emerged in 2023.
Receiving tight end.
He emerged last year. I'll tell you that much.
You saw how good he can be if he's gets that type of role, which I think he should.
I think he deserved this deal. I think if they use him well enough, he's going to be very, very underrated, and a tight end will be if y'all are casuals, fantasy.
Casual fantasy. To keep on your bench at least.
If you want to get somebody on your bench that will get you numbers, Brenton Strange is that guy. Now, it might not be every game. He's not going to do like Brock Bowers or McBride, like numbers and receptions or whatever, but he'll have some games where he can prove his worth.
If your guy has a bye week or misses any amount of time, he's a good option to.
He's just as good. He's just
a good guy to pick up.
Yeah. So Brenton Strange, keep an eye out. He's a dog.
Anything else with Brenton Strange?
Nah, not really. I think the deal made sense. They're keeping a tight end that has been good for them for the past couple of years, especially after last year. So yeah, I have nothing for it, and I'm happy that Brenton got his deal.
All right. Last bit of news for you, Jesse.
All right,
We
hit me
got
with it.
Geno Smith. I think he got arrested. Might be wrong, but at least the cops were called for
It was an
alleged
accusation, but I know what you're talking about.
for
Yeah.
alleged battery to ex-girlfriend. What are these guys doing? Again,
um,
another one?
we're
Here's your NFL offseason for you.
we're sounding like DJ Khaled every time we say another one because it's that's what it's been at this point. But I
Just your
think
typical NFL
let me double
offseason.
check. Let me double check because I do believe that they said that the charges were dropped. But let me just double check that and make sure because it was allegations. No, there's never been
I
anything
don't know,
proven.
he got
Cops pulled up to the house. I know there was a video on on Instagram about him being in the picture, whatever. But um, as of right now, he's being investigated. But they're saying that it was cleared and that there was nothing concrete there to say that Gino did hit his wife or was alleged battery. So, but that could change. But as of right now, they're saying that it's clean. The matter was closed, and hopefully we don't have to hear that again. But I mean, if this is true, if it is true, I have the same sentiment as Jake. Like, why are we at this point as a not even as like a NFL fans as men that we just think that hitting our
I don't
girlfriends,
know. It's like
wives,
yeah, it's like
whatever is okay. It's not okay. And I will never advocate for that. I will never say that's okay. I will never say it's right no matter what happens because at the end of the day, like they need our respect. And so that's just where that's my line and I would never cross that line ever.
we're here for we're supporters of the victims of domestic violence. We don't stand for that stuff.
Yes.
It's not cool because it's like we gotta respect women, respect our women. So
So
I don't know. It's just
I
like
will say the
what are we
yeah,
doing?
it's crazy. I will
What are
say.
we doing,
Also,
man?
the NFL said that he can face potential discipline if he violated the personal conduct policy. So
Yeah, it's
could go
like
into something where we might not have Geno Smith start this year, which means it might be
oh yeah, I don't know who
Cade.
the backup is,
I think it's
but
Cade Klubnik. I think Cade Klubnik's the backup, unless I'm wrong, which I usually am. But let me double check and
I
find
don't
out for
know. That'd be
myself.
kind of crazy if their backup was a rookie that they just I don't even
We've
yeah
seen
drafted.
crazier. Yeah, so it would be Clay. Goodness gracious, I can't say his name.
English is
Cade
hard.
Klubnik is the second
Cade
string.
Klubnik.
Brady Cook is the third, and Bailey Zappi is the fourth.
Oh, put in Zappy.
So if Geno Smith is not the starter, it will be Cade, unless something else changes. So
You
keep
wouldn't
that
want
in,
a guy like with
Jets fans.
NFL
Keep that in mind
experience,
going forward.
at least.
It says he's the second string. I'm going off what ESPN says. Now, if the Jets tell us otherwise, then we'll go with that.
I would go with
I'm just
Zappy as
going
my
off the
backup.
information. Okay, I get that for the experience, but what I'm saying is
Come on,
ESPN saying that, so I'm going off of what
get
I'm seeing.
zapped.
Anyway, all right. Do we have any more news? Or you wanna move on?
No, let's
Okay.
get into division preview.
It's
We're
an
gonna keep
NFL
the
type bit, so
AFC
I'm gonna
theme
do it.
going until we are done, and we save the best AFC
We're saving
division
the
for
North for
last.
last
You can
because
argue
those
with
are
me, or you can argue with me if you want.
they can argue all they want. Those are our
We
teams.
saved the best for last,
We know the most about those teams, and we're gonna talk about them last. And if
but
you don't like it, sorry.
yeah, you got their win projections.
I have them right up here. Which one you want to go with first?
All right, let's go with the Titans.
Tennessee Titans. Alrighty.
Let's go to Tennessee. We'll
The
only
biggest
10
thing.
I see.
Goodness gracious. You're having too much Mountain Dew. Anyway, the biggest thing for me for the Titans is obviously getting Cardinal Tate from Ohio State. I think getting a weapon of that caliber onto this offense, especially after last year. when the wide receivers were not doing a lot. I also got Wan'Dale Robinson in free agency, which definitely after the year he had with the Giants, I think he can prove himself in Tennessee for sure. And then even on the defensive side of the ball, they got John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson II, Alontae Taylor,
Oh, I
and Cordell
forgot
Flott.
something in news.
Oh, great.
Jeffrey Simmons got a contract. Now he's the highest paid defensive tackle of all time.
There you go.
He's got a what was it? It was 3 or 4 years for like 105.
Makes sense. He's the best
I
player
think.
on the defensive side of the ball. So
Hold on, let me double check the number on
okay.
that.
Anyway, so yeah, I named those players on the defense that they got. I talked about Wan'Dale Robinson and Cordell Flott. You still have Cam Ward, who is going off his rookie year. Obviously, I don't put his rookie year up to the par like of other quarterbacks, just because I think when you think about the season and the what was going on that rookie year, it wasn't really a lot that the Titans could really do with that defense or with the defense that they had and the weapons that he had. So I'm hoping that Cam Ward can go this year with a mindset that he doesn't really need to prove himself I'd say his first 2 years, only because like the team is they're still going under a rebuild, and so a lot of stuff is still trying to be figured out for that offense and the defense as well. Right now, it says that they are over under 6.5.
Over under
So
6.5. Oh,
I think that's
that's a big number. Not really.
anyway.
But
For
for them it is.
Anyway,
I got the contract
I have
though.
to go ahead, talk about it. I gotta look up the
It's 3
schedule
years,
anyway.
105.8 with
Okay.
it's 35.3 per year, 100 mil
What their
in
schedule is.
guaranteed, with 60.2 fully guaranteed at signing.
Okay.
So he's making a lot.
That is a lot of money.
He deserves it. He's he's
agree.
one of the best defensive tackles in the league, if not the best. There's others. I'm not saying that.
I don't know if I put him above other people, but he's in the top
I'm
5
not
for
saying
sure.
that. You could argue it, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But he's being paid like it. So
But I think definitely also I forgot Robert Saleh is the head coach. Goodness gracious.
he is the head coach.
So Saleh bringing that defensive experience and all these new defensive weapons they've added to the roster. I mean, I could give him the over. I think I could see 7 games. I could see him pull 7 games out from what I'm seeing from their schedule. I think they could pull out 7 games. Now it's gonna be
You think they
difficult
could
because of
win?
Jacksonville, Houston, and the Colts, but I think they could do it.
I don't know. I think they could. I think they're going to. What was the record last year? Like 3 and something?
3-14, I think.
3-14.
I believe
So that
so.
means they're saying at least a 3-win improvement.
Yeah.
Which,
Yo, I forgot they beat Kansas City in December. That's hilarious.
and
I completely forgot about that.
I was gonna pick the Titans in our pick thing, and then I picked the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah.
I would have gotten that right.
You would have gotten that right. That's hilarious.
I think they go. I'll be optimistic. Let's give them 7. That's crazy though.
I said 7. So it was about the same.
Yeah.
And then I think with them,
that's crazy to say though.
Yeah.
I don't know what their schedule is.
7-10.
What's their schedule?
You want me to read it out to you?
Yeah, I got that might be a tentative over right now.
No, they could pull out 7 wins here. I think there's
they have a last place schedule.
So they got the Jets. They got the Jets week 1.
Win.
Eagles week 2.
Loss.
New York week 3.
Okay, Giants.
Baltimore,
you just said the Jets.
Yeah, sorry. Baltimore week 4.
Okay, win. I'll say Giants is a loss. Baltimore's a loss.
Do you think they lose to the Giants?
Yeah, the Giants have a good team.
Okay, that's you. Texans
Loss.
week 5. Colts week 6. Cleveland week 7. Cincinnati week 8. And then they have their bye week 9. And then they play Jacksonville 10, Dallas week 11, Jacksonville 12, Commanders 13, Detroit week 14, Colts week 15, the Raiders 16, Pittsburgh 17, and then the Texans 18. So I think they could get wins against the Jets. I'm going to give them to the Giants as well. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is kind of a coin flip. Cleveland, I could definitely see them pulling out one. And then probably
I think they could hover around six
Vegas
or
and Dallas
7
maybe.
wins.
Vegas and Dallas potentially, and I think that gets them to about 6.
I think they can get. They're gonna beat. I think they beat Vegas.
They should beat Vegas.
I think they hover around 6 or 7 wins.
Goodness gracious. God dang it. We're never gonna escape it. Goodness gracious. It'll never end. It never ends.
But
no, I'm kidding.
I'll stick with the over. I'll stick with it.
Sick. All right. Next team. Who you want to go with?
Let's go with the Colts.
All right.
The Indianapolis.
What am I gonna say about the Colts?
Danny Dimes looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Yeah. I saw a video of him throwing a ball to Tyler Warren. He looked, at least from that video, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for them is getting Daniel Jones back at quarterback. I think seeing how bad the 2, 3, and 4 on the team was.
Riley
Daniel
Leonard
Jones
wasn't that bad.
They had Phillip Rivers out there for one game.
Well, Phillip Rivers, I mean, he's 45 years old.
But he was out there.
He didn't play that bad, though. Not as bad as you probably thought.
Brother, the zip was not zipping no more. There was no zip on that ball.
He played in 5 years.
There is no zip on that football. It is insane. But anyway,
you just need placement and accuracy.
And it wasn't there much either. Anyway, so they re-signed Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce to long-term extensions. And then they added talent on the defense with CJ Allen and AJ Halsey or something like. I think I said that right. So I could the Colts are on the up and up. Obviously, they lost Michael Pittman, which is one of their core wide receiver pieces for a while.
Franklin traded to the Packers.
Myers Franklin to the Packers. So there's a lot of things that were lost as well, but I think it's Shane Steichen, the head coach, correct? I'm not getting that wrong. Okay. I think Steichen could still get something. You still have Jonathan Taylor. You still have Tyler Warren, who's coming off of a really solid tight end rookie year for him.
What's his name?
What's his name? And you got Sauce Gardner on the defense, which I know doesn't mean much. Sorry, Ahmad Gardner. Doesn't mean much now, but he could still be good. But right now the Colts
they got a replacement for Franklin. They got CJ Allen in the first round.
I know I said that.
Draft. Oh. I was probably reading this stuff then.
No, you're kidding. You're good. So right now the Colts are over under 7.5.
Dang, that's pretty low.
So
I guess they had 8. What, they have 8 wins last year? 8 or 9?
Let me look, because I honestly
think they went like 9-8 or something.
Here's the thing. That sounds right, but I'm
pretty sure it was like 8 or 9.
No, I think that does sound right. So let me just double check that real quick. So
because like once they lost Daniel Jones, they couldn't get it back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like Jonathan Taylor could only
do the bye week. They went on like an 8-game losing streak. Good night.
Yeah, because I think
went from 8-2 to 8-9. Good.
Yeah, because it was when right after Daniel Jones tore his Achilles is when they started losing all those games.
Yeah, that's insane work. But
I don't know. I think it was very, very important that they got Pierce back.
I think, yeah, for sure.
Considering they lost or they traded Pittman. So, obviously Daniel Jones is the most important piece here.
Goodness.
What?
Colts got
What?
Baltimore week 1, Kansas City week 2, and Houston week 3. Good night.
Well, okay. That's probably
Ooh,
0-3.
yeah. And then they got Commanders 4,
That's a win.
Pittsburgh 5, Tennessee 6. Yeah, we just
Okay.
read Tennessee. Minnesota 7, Jacksonville 8, Dallas 9, Miami 10. Miami's a
No,
win.
Miami is an automatic win for
Miami's
team.
automatic win. Houston week 11, New York week 12,
Which one?
and then Giants.
Okay.
And then bye week, Eagles, Titans, Cincy, Cleveland, Jacksonville.
Okay. I mean, the first 3 weeks is rough,
it's more of a top heavy,
but
but then the
towards
rest
the
of
end
it,
of the yeah,
it's winnable. It's winnable. There's still a
towards
couple
the end
games
of
there I'm
that
not very
schedule,
comfortable
it's
with.
like towards the end, it's like it gets a little easier.
Yeah, I think
But
I'd say 8 and 9. I
so
think
7.5.
I think
I
they're
think
gonna
they
go. I
hover
think they'll go about
around.
the same.
Because they
I
were on,
can't see
dude. They
9
were
and
on
8.
fire
I
before
can't see
Jones
9
got
and
hurt.
8. I mean, yeah.
They were
If we're
8-2,
going, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at
and
all.
yeah, they lost Franklin, they lost Pittman, and some other veteran.
Didn't they lose somebody to retirement? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, Braden Smith, one of their O
That's what it was.
linemen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they're still a good team. They
I think for
replaced
right now,
Franklin with CJ Allen. They got a safety in Halsey who's very good, who can basically be a linebacker. You got Pierce back, Geno Jones, as long as he comes back healthy, which looks like right now that he
he
is.
is.
And you added Arden Key, Michael Clement, Jonathan Owens, Jerry Tillery, and Derek Nottie. And you got Jalen Farmer, another linebacker, Bryce Bush. I don't know how to say his last name. Bocher? I don't know. Linebacker, George Gums, Caden Curry, Seth McGowan. So I'm gonna say over. I think they could get to 10. I think they hover around 9 though. I'm gonna say 9 and 8 just to be
I
safe.
think they get 8 and 9.
I think they get to 9.
That's a very
9
slippery
and
slope.
8 with
It's a
that
slippery slope.
9 and 8 when you at least reloaded those
also,
positions that you lost,
you
and
have to
Daniel
understand.
Jones being healthy. They were
You have
8-2
to understand.
with him before he got hurt.
4 of those games is against Jacksonville and Houston.
Jacksonville's not going to be as good as they were last year.
And I just named you the top 3: Baltimore, Cincy, Houston.
Yes, that is a rough start. I'm not. That's probably 0-3.
And I'm not. The AFC South is more an underrated division because those teams could somehow be really, really good as the weeks progress.
I think the division vastly improved. I do agree with that, but I don't know.
I think 8 and 9 is my comfortable spot. If I go more, I feel like I'm reaching. So I feel like 8 and 9 is comfortable.
You couldn't see them going 9 and 8, getting one more win.
I don't know.
Let's be real. Jacksonville is not going to be as good as they were last year. Their roster is not as good.
You want to talk about Jacksonville then, since we're on the conversation?
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about Jacksonville. But yeah, I agree with you on the sense. So you lose Devin Lloyd, you lose Travis Etienne, you lose Greg Newsome, and then the draft this year wasn't crazy. So
I mean, I don't know how good. I think that's kind of bad.
I don't know.
Their best pick is the guard from Oregon.
Yeah, that's true. Who they got?
Pregnon is
they
best pick.
Oh, didn't they lose their first round pick from last year?
They traded to the Browns so they get Hunter.
Oh, you're
last
right.
year.
Yeah. and they got a tight end for Texas A&M. That was their first overall pick, or their first pick in the draft last year.
Yeah,
So
and guess
that's
what?
interesting.
He's more of a blocking tight end.
Yeah,
That's why
so
I think
that means Brenton Strange will still
Brenton
be good.
Strange, I think that's a good sign that he's going to be more receiving threat.
Okay,
But
here's what I'm gonna say. Liam Cohen last year did really good with this team. He really did good with Trevor Lawrence, who we were saying was very overhyped after what he did at Clemson. And then he hasn't been good up until this point. Now, did he have Urban Meyer who kind of hurt him a little bit? Absolutely. No one of us are going to deny Urban Myers was not a great head coach in the NFL. But Liam Cohen has used Trevor Lawrence to his strengths really well. I think they still have Jacoby Myers, who is very underrated wide receiver. You still have Travis Hunter, who's still going to be a dual threat at wide receiver and corner. Hopefully, Brian Thomas Jr. has a bounce back year, especially after how he did last year. And then you have Bichelle Tootin at running back, which is a name that people did not expect to hear in 2026, but that is right now who is going to be the starter. Go ahead.
They had 10 draft picks. That was just their top 4.
Got you.
So like looking at the rest of it, I don't think it's as bad as I thought. It's still not that good, but
yeah,
not as
so
bad as
right
I thought
now
initially.
it has Jacksonville over under 8.5.
8.5. That's tough because they were a good team last year. I don't
want to jinx them by saying they're going to be bad. Let's see.
Like
and mind you, 2 of their games are international, so like they got back-to-back international games. So take that as you will.
8.5.
So they got Cleveland, Denver, Patriots, Bengals, Eagles, and Houston, which are both international games. Bye week, Colts, Baltimore, Titans, Giants, Titans again, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Texans, Cowboys, Commanders, Colts. 10 through 12, they have Titans, Giants, Titans.
That should be 3 wins, but
that should be realistically it should be 3. And then you got like Dallas, which is finicky, and then we don't know what the Colts look like. Houston, I'm gonna put those as L's right now. I'm just gonna put them down as that. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Depends on what CJ Stroud we get.
I think I'm gonna say over, and I say they hit 8-9 exactly. I think
under. That'd be under.
Sorry, under. So it'd be 8 under. I think that's.
I was gonna say.
Because I don't think they regress to 5 wins. There's no way the Jags only win 5 games next year.
Because they were what, 13?
There's no way.
13-4 or 12-5 last year.
They were 13-4.
Yeah. So that'd be
as bad as the offseason that they had. There's no way that the team that they've assembled now they're only going to win 5 games.
No, I don't.
Especially because the 3 games I just mentioned, they got to win at least 3. So there's 2 games out the wazoo that we're forgetting.
I don't think they're. I'm not saying that they're a bad team.
Yeah,
by any means. I just don't. If they repeated what they did last year, I would be shocked beyond belief. Because I just don't think that their roster is as strong as it was last year. Do they have good players and like a very good head coach? Yes. And a very good defensive coordinator as well. Trevor's one of my guys, but
you don't think that
Trevor.
Yeah, I agree.
The guys around you, I just like. I don't know. Is your defense going to be as good as it was last year? I don't think so.
I think there's a lot of questions with this team that just will need to be answered as we move forward with the season. That's just all it is.
I'll say
I think the Jags will be the second best team in that division.
I'll say over. I think they go 10-7.
Okay,
I think they
I
have
can
a
respect that.
slight regression, but not anything big.
Not 5 wins. 5 wins would be egregious.
Yeah, I think they're 3 is a respectable regression based on
What they lost in the
their
offseason.
roster is not as
Yeah.
strong.
Anyway, let's talk about the last team, the Houston Texans. I have no notes.
The division
The
winners.
Texans have cooked. They added a lot more to the obviously adding Reed Blankenship as one of the safeties is going to change the safety duo, even though it was already good to begin with, but now it's just even better.
He might be. He's gonna be a
You
backup.
is he gonna be a backup?
Reed. Yeah.
Is he?
You got
No
Petrie and Bullock.
way.
I'm not putting. I'm
No,
keeping
he's the
Petrie and Bullock.
starter.
Did they lose
It says he's
Bullock?
the starter right now. It says Petrie is the nickelback. Lassiter is
Oh,
the right
okay, okay,
corner. Bullock is the free safety. Reed's the strong safety. Yeah,
okay. If they're moving Petrie to the nickel,
that makes
then
sense.
that's different. But
I think
yeah, I think
the
he's
biggest
probably their biggest free agent signing. I would
David
agree.
Montgomery.
Well, he was a trade.
He still was added to the team in free agency.
No, I'm just saying like he was a trade.
Yeah, but he was
It's a,
added to the team in free agency. You see,
no,
you
I
with your
know.
semantics again.
It's
It's you
not
with your
semantics.
semantics. Yes, it is.
There's a huge difference between a free agent signing and a trade.
Was he? But he was added in free agency, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
In
so I
that
said the same
window,
thing.
yeah.
It was just the way that it happened was a trade, which I
People
agree.
would agree with me.
Goodness gracious. Anyway,
Comment
the
if you agree
biggest
with me.
please do. The biggest X factor for the Texans this year is can CJ Stroud get any resemblance of what his rookie year looked like? Because I think if we get that CJ Stroud back, I think this team can go very, very far with the team that has been developed. Right now, the Texans are over under 9.5. I'm gonna pick them as over. I'm picking them to win the AFC South because this is a team with a defense that has been assembled. This defense could carry this offense to a division win. And I think if CJ Stroud plays as good as he did 2023, I think sky's the limit for the Texans. But I'd say they win 11 games. I think 11 games will probably be 11-6 would be like a good medium for them right now, just because I don't want to say like a 13-4 season, just because that would be kind of egregious for expectations for the year. But I think 11-6 is for sure where I would put them at, because I think they have the team and the caliber to win those games.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who they got in the draft, because I know they got Cade McDonald in the
They got
top of
Caitlin
the second.
Rutledge from Georgia Tech,
Okay.
McDonald, who is their D tackle,
Oh
Martin
yeah, they got him.
Klein, who is the tight end, Fabici Nwanwu, who is an offensive guard from Oklahoma, Wade Wadaz, a linebacker from Clemson, Ramsey, safety from USC, Bond, wide receiver from Boston College, and Fisher from Indiana. Those were all the picks.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yes.
I love their Rutledge pick. I think he's
I
going to
think
be
Rutledge will
really
be really
good.
good. I agree.
And considering they lost, or they traded, they didn't really lose him. They traded him. Titus Howard to the Browns. That was a need. Obviously,
Yes.
they needed offensive linemen because their offensive line was terrible at the end of the year, if
Yep.
not for the entire year. But yeah, I do think the biggest offseason move they made was probably, I think it was Dave Montgomery,
I agree.
considering
How bad the running
Joe
back room looked
Mixon
last year.
hadn't played in a year. He didn't play at all last year.
Nothing against you, Woody Marks fans. He was
Woody
okay. He just
Marks,
wasn't
I
great.
like Woody Marks. I don't think he's a lead back though.
And then Nick Chubb is he's one step to retirement at this point.
Nick Chubb is he's not the same guy anymore.
And that's
unfortunately.
so sad. Like saying this is AFC North stands, bro. Nick Chubb was a dangerous running back to play against week to week.
Nick Chubb was arguably the best running back in the league
at some point, yeah.
for a while. Like you could argue he was the best running back.
And then
But
injuries take a toll.
with along with Dave Montgomery, I think it comes down to what you said. Like it's gonna be, can CJ Stroud improve? Can he take a step forward and not another step back? Or at least take a step forward and not stay in the same spot.
If CJ Stroud
Because
just gave us a glimpse of his rookie year, Texans are my AFC champions
I also think
right
like
now.
the end of last year, the biggest thing for him, he just had no confidence
True.
when he went onto the field. Like you
That's
could
why he cut the
see he
dreads.
had,
Cut out
yeah,
the confidence.
like the Patriots game, he had zero confidence in that game.
Mhm.
You could see it. Like you could see how tentative he was and how indecisive he was.
So are
And
you
that,
are you picking the Texans to win the AFC South?
yeah, yeah.
I agree.
I think so. What was it? 10.5?
They're over under 9.5. I picked them
Nine
at
and a
11 and
half.
6, so I picked the over.
I think they go
If this
11
team
and
goes 8
6.
and 9, Lord have mercy, we're gonna have. There will be CJ Stroud has to leave Houston conversations that I am not ready to have, but they will
Put
be
in
had.
Davis Mills.
There will be conversations that have to be had that CJ Stroud is not good.
Listen, Davis Mills looked pretty good when he filled in. Just saying.
Yeah,
But I think they go 11 and
I
6.
agree. 11 and 6. I think that's a good medium for right now, just because we don't know what the teams will look like this year. But I think that's good.
At least 11 and
Yeah.
6. But
Now,
that's
anyway,
my
let's get to
prediction.
our fantasy picks. So we have our breakout and our sleeper picks from this division as a whole. Jake, did you have yours, or do you want me to go first?
Okay, I'll go.
Go ahead.
My breakout pick is gonna be David Montgomery.
I can respect that.
I think
Yeah.
the fact that he is gonna get a lead back role now, and he's not gonna necessarily be in a duo. I mean, he's gonna be in a thing with Woody Marks, a duo,
But it wasn't going
but
to be like what it
it's
was in
not the
Detroit.
yeah, it's not gonna be like Woody Marks is not Jameer Gibbs, so it's not gonna be the same type of thing where
It's not even the same
you have a
conversation.
running back that is clearly one of the a top 5 running back in the league
Yeah.
sharing the backfield with him. So, and David Montgomery is that good. Like if you give him the ball, he's a battering ram, he's a workhorse,
You got to
he's a
understand, the
lead
way he
back that
played in
can take,
Chicago was crazy.
yeah, like he can take the brunt of handling that many carries. That's the
I
type of
agree.
running back that he is.
Mhm.
So I think with the opportunity he's getting, I think he breaks out and has a really good fantasy year. Also a good receiving back, underrated receiving back.
I agree. Yeah.
And then my sleeper, are we doing back to back? Are we
Go right ahead. Yeah. Take it. Take it. You're good.
uh my sleeper is gonna be huh. My sleeper is gonna be Carnell Tate. I know he's a rookie,
Ooh. Okay.
but
Not bad. Not a bad
I
take at all.
think I think him and Cam are gonna have a good connection. I think he's that good of a wide receiver where he can come in immediately and put up some numbers. And I just think that they're going to want to throw the ball a lot. So I think he's going to be a sleeper guy that you could potentially just pick up in waivers or
Mhm.
post draft if you want to pick him up. Like switch him out for somebody, but yeah, I think he's gonna have a good year, a good rookie year.
Yeah. I could agree with you there totally. Um, in no particular order, I would say my breakout pick right now is I don't want to say the same one you said just because I want to keep I want to be different, guys. I want to be
You want to
different
be
in how I
different.
want to say things. So I think my breakout pick, and honest to goodness, this one might be a little bit too of a reach. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Wando Robinson. I think he, after how good he has played this past year, in New York, and yes, he's gonna now. He just talked about Cardinal Tate. Obviously, that's going to be where he sees a little bit of discrepancy in the numbers. But I think the moments where he does throw to Wandell, I think Rondell will prove how good of a receiver he was. And especially knowing that, like, if Cardinal Tate is as good as we are assuming he will be, if they're going to look at Cardinal Tate more times than not, Wandell's going to be open and he's going to do what he can with the football. So I think he's going to be a really solid asset for them. And then my sleeper pick is going to be Brian Thomas Jr. And here's why. After after he had one of the best rookie years we've seen out of a wide receiver in a while, and then kind of took a very massive dip last year. And no one really understood what the reason was. Some were saying injury, some were saying that the mental part of it was just getting to him. I think this year,
Targets.
now let me say this. Jacoby Myers still on that team. Travis Hunter is still on that team. They did
Parker
lose Malik
Washington.
Washington. Oh yeah, they still have Parker Washington. I got him and Malik mixed up. And Brenton
Love
Strange as
Parker
well.
Washington.
Oh, I know you do. But I think this is where Brian Thomas Jr. really shows that he can have wide receiver one capability. And I think it's something where I think this year's a prove it for him. I truly believe so, because knowing that they have Jacoby and Parker Washington and Travis Hunter, they were going to be looking. They already have looked for ways to trade Brian Thomas out of Jacksonville. So if he's going to stay on the team, this is a prove it year, and he has to prove that he is as good as he was his rookie year to keep his contract and to let him stay on the team. So I think knowing that he has that chip on his shoulder going into this year, I think I could see him being a sleeper pick, especially because not a lot of people are going to want to draft him anyway because of how bad of a year he had last year. So no one's really going to think twice. You pick him up in like later drafts, could be a great value for you depending on how the season goes down. So
Who's your? Oh, that was your sleeper.
yeah, sleeper was Brian Thomas, breakout was Wandell.
All right.
So now we're stat leaders.
Stat leader.
Stat leaders.
Stat leaders.
So who is our passing stat leader in the AFC South?
That's gonna be.
Is it crazy to say Jacksonville? Is it crazy? Is it crazy? Just is it crazy?
No, let's give Trevor some love. It's gonna be Trevor
Okay.
Lawrence.
I think out of all the quarterbacks, I think he'd be the one that I see throwing the ball more. Now, obviously, I don't know what CJ Stroud's offense is going to look like. Daniel Jones coming off injuries, and then Cam Ward, we'll have to see how him, Wandell, and Cardinal Tate do all together. So I think I'm going with the guys who have more continuity going into this year, and I think it's the Jacksonville
Let's
Jaguars.
go with Trevor. I love Trevor.
Rushing, you got to go the Colts, right?
Jonathan Taylor.
Because Jonathan Taylor. Could I hear David Montgomery having a breakout year?
He's the closest.
Sure, I could hear it. I just wouldn't say Tootin or Tony Pollard just because they're not even in
Can they get a new running back, Tennessee?
Who? I don't. Maybe in the draft. But I'm not. I don't think they picked up anybody in free agency. Because I know they have him. They have what's his face's name? He's been on the team for a minute, but I can't remember his name. Tajay Spears and Singleton. That's who it was. Okay. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I think here it's a clear cut Indianapolis for rushing because Jonathan Taylor. You got to respect him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Closest second would be Montgomery, but Jonathan Taylor is too good.
It's Jonathan Taylor's to lose at this point. And receiving. Now, this is where it gets interesting.
Receiving. You can go Nico. You can go Pierce. You could go
Cardinal Tate. You could go
Cardinal Tate. You could go maybe if you wanted to be crazy a little.
Wait.
I don't know. I don't think anyone on the Jags is going to be leading the division.
I don't think so.
Maybe
either.
Parker. If Parker can get enough targets,
he would have to. He would have to blow up.
He blew up last year.
I think I will go with the guy who has proven to be a good receiving threat, and I would probably say Nico. So I'd probably say the Texans, and that's hard to say because we didn't pick him as passing. So
You could still lead the
I
division.
think I would go with the Texans just because I think Nico has the most. Like we know what we're getting out of
He
him.
has a track
A
record
lot
of
of
being
a lot of the other guys that we just mentioned, other than like Alec
pretty sure
Pierce,
he's had
like we're
1,500 yards.
yeah.
Or no, maybe not that many, but like 12,
Let me check.
1,300. But I might be wrong. But
No, I agree totally. Let me see what it is. So he had since 2023 he's had 1,000-yard seasons back to back to back.
what's his highest?
Will be 2023 1,297
Okay, so
and 8
1,200.
touchdowns. That was basically his breakout year.
1,200 could be leading the division.
Yeah, I'll say the Texans. I think the Texans is comfortable for me, but I could hear Alec Pierce. I could hear Cardinal Tate, and I could also hear Jacoby Meyer potentially.
I
But
could hear the only one I think would have a chance other than him would be Pierce, just because of
yeah,
how a big play deep threat that he can be, a jump ball
yeah,
guy.
I agree.
But
I agree.
let's get
That's
into a
it.
little game, shall we?
Oh, shoot, we're doing a
Or
game.
a
All
little
right, I'm game.
challenge for you.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We're gonna do the 17-0 challenge. So we're gonna it's a random team generator. A team's gonna pop up, and then you get to pick from positions of quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, O line, defense, head coach. And whatever
Okay.
spots you do not have filled, you can pick from those with the team that is selected. So let's get right into it. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Your first team up, the Philadelphia Eagles. And you got an open board.
No, I'm kidding. Okay. Um. So wait, am I picking? No, wait. I'm sorry. I
You can
have
pick
to run it back.
any player that you want, as long as
Oh,
he's
okay.
the position's available. So you have 2 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, O line, defense, head coach.
So I can pick whoever I want. Okay.
Yeah, you could literally pick anyone right now. And this filter is updated.
Okay.
This thing
Sick.
is updated. So all the trades and all that, like AJ's
Everything's
on the
done.
Patriots.
Okay. I'm gonna get my running back out of the way, and I'm gonna take Bijan.
Saquon.
Oh wait, it's Eagles. Gosh dang it! I'm sorry.
Do you want Saquon?
I'm not locked in. Yeah, I'll take Saquon.
Okay.
Saquon's good. I like Saquon. I think
Pretty good. That's a pretty good first pick.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's not
All
horrible.
right, your next team is the Bengals.
Oh, Joe Burrow. Hands
You're
down.
gonna take Chase?
Hands down. I am not gonna take the chance that there's quarterback is vitally more important. I feel like I can get better
You
wide
don't want Joe
receivers.
Flacco?
I will smack you through this camera. No, I'm kidding.
All right, I picked
Give me
Joe
Joe
Burrow
Burrow.
for you.
Give me Joe Shiesty.
All right, next team is the Jags.
Ooh, okay.
Speaking of AFC South.
Speaking of the AFC South.
So you got running back, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, O-line, defense, head coach.
You know what? I talked about him. I'm gonna give him respect. Give me Brenton Strange.
Oh,
give me Brenton Strange as one of my tight ends.
Brenton
give me that, man.
Strange.
I think it'll be really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Giants.
Okay. This is
I
good.
know who I would go with.
This is good. Give me Malik. Give me Malik. That was best case scenario right there.
I did this last night, and I picked Malik like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, Malik cooks, bro.
And I kept getting the stupid Browns last night. I'm like, stop giving me the Browns. I picked Harold Fannin Jr. every time.
As you should. That was a great pickup.
But next team is the Ravens.
Ooh.
Oh, you could add Lamar Jackson.
I could add Lamar Jackson.
You could have if you didn't pick Joe Burrow.
Yeah, well, I did. So,
quarterback is tough. You gotta get a good one when you can.
Yeah, you gotta get a good one when you still can. I can get 2 defensive players, correct? Was that right?
Well, it's defense as a whole.
I'll take their defense then.
Or you
I'll take
still
their
have a
defense.
running back, receiver, tight end, O line, head coach, defense.
Yeah,
So take
I'll take
Derrick
the Ravens.
Henry.
I'll take the Ravens defense. I feel confident in that defense. I feel
Okay.
like that'll be good.
With Jesse Minter as the all right, Ravens defense.
I
Next
don't know
team.
why he's so concerned I picked the Ravens defense. I
No,
picked
I'm
your team's
not.
defense.
I thought you would have picked Derrick Henry because you have a running back spot.
I know I have there's other teams that
All
are
right,
being
you got the
mentioned. Don't
Jets.
you worry. Don't you worry. Gosh dang it.
I no, trust me, I have all the confidence in the world in that defense. I think they're going to be top
And
5.
this is where I screwed myself over. Actually, no. No, yes, I can't pick him. I can't pick him. I should have picked a better tight end than I could
Bro,
have picked him.
you got a good one that's just sitting there.
I'm thinking.
Think. Your best
Garrett
player.
Wilson. Give me Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson. Give me Garrett Wilson. I was
that's
thinking
rough.
between him and Brees Hall because I want like
Brees
a
Hall would be
speedy guy.
not a bad pick
Brees
either.
Hall wouldn't be bad, but I think I wanted like a speedy guy. But anyway, I'll take
The
Garrett
Browns.
Wilson. Jeez. All right.
You just copy me and do.
You know what? Give me Quinshon Judkins. Give me him as a backup. I actually don't mind that at all.
You're gonna take Judkins.
I'll take Judkins.
I guarantee you get a better pick. You get a better team for a better running back with your next 3.
That's fine. I'll live with it.
This is to go 17-0, Jesse. We got to think about this.
I think my team will go 17-0. You don't like my team?
And you wouldn't rather have Harold Fannin as your backup tight end?
I want to get a vet.
Okay.
Not that Brenton Strange isn't a vet, but like I want like a good guy there too. Brenton Strange was like
All
an
right,
underrated backup.
Judkins it is.
Yeah. Also, it's my team. Don't disrespect. It's my team. This is my team.
You got your Steelers.
Ooh. Okay. Bet. Okay. So I
You
need.
need a tight end, an O line, and a head coach.
Okay, I'm not gonna take their O line because that'd be detrimental.
So it's either their one of their tight ends or Mike McCarthy.
Give me Mike. I'll take Mike. I'm gonna bank on a tight end.
Mike
I
McCarthy.
want to bank on a tight end. And also, Mike McCarthy's not as bad of a coach as people think he is.
All right, Mike
He
McCarthy.
He has a bad rap.
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, give me Kincaid.
Not their line.
I love that. I actually love that so much. Yeah, Kincaid and Brenton Strange. Oh, we're cooking, dude. It feels so good.
I'm trying to like just have you think about it. You don't want their line.
Jake, this is my team. I will live with the consequences of what it is.
All right, let's see who your line is.
My line is what team?
The Niners.
Oh, beautiful. I get Trent Williams. I'm great. This is great for me.
Not the worst.
What are you talking about? I'm good.
I mean, they're okay. You got so your record is 13-4. Not bad.
Could be worse, but okay. Yeah.
And you got a B+ grade. So not bad.
I feel like I did pretty well. I think I did pretty well. I think the Brenton Strange one definitely screwed me over because I was like, I could have taken Kayon Sadiq or Harold Fanning, like you said.
I think if you would have waited on a running back and you could have gotten like James Cook.
Yeah, I could have taken James Cook. I just thought about that. Gosh.
Or if you took like, I don't know, like who was after that? So, or what was the other team?
It was Derrick Henry was one that you were valiant. I didn't take him, but I was like, whatever.
Or even Brees Hall, I think would have been.
Yeah, I maybe should have just jumped the gun on Brees Hall, but
not bad.
13-4 is not a horrible thing. It's not a horrible.
I don't think that's a bad team at all. It's not.
No.
Like you got Joe Burrow, Barkley, your neighbors, and Wilson are your receivers.
Disgusting, underrated too, and disgusting.
Pretty good. Good job, Jesse.
I feel good about it. Good job, me.
Good job.
All right. Bible time.
Yeah.
Bible verse of the episode is Romans 8 verses 18, which says, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." So, Romans 8 verses 18 for everybody at home that didn't hear what I said. Anyway, this is Paul talking about.
Wrong one. Whoops.
Sorry, did you not get it?
No, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Been there, done that.
Keep going.
This is Paul talking about how if you know the story of Paul and if you know his life, he was always suffering. He was arrested multiple times. He was whipped multiple times. He was shipwrecked for a couple days out at sea. He was bad mouthed. He was ridiculed. All the things. Paul suffered a lot, but he always was still preaching the gospel to everyone who wanted to hear. So this was basically saying that he knows that all the suffering in this world is temporary because we get to experience the glory that will be revealed in us when we go to heaven and see Jesus. So this is him saying like everything's this stuff is temporary because I get to have eternal life with God, and that's more important to me than all the hardships, all the beatings, all the imprisonment stuff, everything. Because he knows that he's going to be in full unity with Christ. And so that's a good reminder for us to remember that God is, we have that assurance that we will be in heaven with God forevermore if you're a believer, if you believe in Jesus. And that everything that we go through right now, all the hardships, now obviously ours aren't as big as Paul's because he was getting arrested. I got bills to pay. So that's like not really in the grand scheme of things, it's not the biggest thing to worry about. But it's the things that we have hardships and our version of hardships that we deal with every day. All this stuff is temporary because we get to be in heaven with Jesus forevermore. So I think this is just a good, encouraging verse for Christians to remember that everything we deal with now is not as important as us as not let me say it a different way. Like it's a reminder that everything on earth, our struggles is temporary, and it doesn't compare to what awaits us in heaven. That's a better way of saying it. So I'll let you say your piece. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So I'll let you speak your mind, brother.
I mean, I think, like you said, I think like that like our like yeah like you said, like the suffering that we or the suffering that I know it's still suffering, but it's kind of weird to say suffering when it's like comparing it to
the way Paul
what
was suffering
Paul
in
was
the New
going
Testament.
through.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Because it really doesn't seem like suffering compared to that. But
I
for
mean, there's
our
other people in the
version of
world
that,
that are suffering. Yeah.
for our version of that, um, it is just good to know that like as a like if you are a follower that the suffering any suffering that we go through on earth is temporary, and that even if we are suffering, God is with us through that suffering, and whatever it is that he's putting us in those situations to make us stronger, make us our relationship with him grow even deeper. And I think it's also like a good way of like showing us how good God's love is, cuz even if we are going through some sort of suffering in our lives, that the Bible and the gospel is like something that we could always turn to and give us that comfort and knowing that no matter what, we're not alone, and that yeah,
That's good, man. That was good. I think
that's
there's
pretty
that.
much all
Yeah, there's just a
I had to
reminder
think.
that like God is with us through the suffering is an important part of it, and then also the recollection and the revelation that hey, all this is temporary. We get to be with
Yeah.
heaven forevermore. So like, there's that piece to that as well
Mhm.
that people don't think about as well. But I was just gonna say, and we're about to finish it off. I was just gonna say, you say you are not alone, and I just started singing Michael in my head because I just saw the Michael biopic yesterday. So I was just like, dang it.
You were singing what?
So you said you are not alone, and the
Yeah.
last bit of the part that you said, Michael Jackson made a song, "You Are Not Alone," and so I started
Oh,
singing it in my head as you said that. I just saw the biopic yesterday, which
it's a good
I
one.
highly recommend people seeing it. I think it's a different perspective on Michael's
Did you see it?
story. Yeah, I saw it yesterday. I
What
I'm
1
not.
to 10, how good is it?
I think it's for me being like a guy who's listened to his music a lot. I say it's like a solid 8.
Okay.
I think it's really really good on like his story, the stuff that he went through, even the stuff that I didn't realize about the Pepsi situation and all that stuff, and like how that basically like changed the course of his life and all that stuff. So it was a lot of new information about him that I didn't know. Now, again, as a believer, I understand. I'm not saying Michael Jackson is a role model of any kind
He's not a saint,
because
but
Michael Jackson, the stuff that he talks about in his songs are not things that I would tell y'all, yeah, listen to it for like, yeah, this, that, and this. But
not always the
for what
message,
it's
but
exactly, but for what it's worth,
catchy.
Michael Jackson was the biggest pop star
He's the king of pop.
ever. Period. So like, there's nobody that will be as great as Michael was. Like, and and not even like out of respect thing. I knew I wanted to see it, and I knew it was something that I wanted to give myself information as because as a believer, as for me, this is Jesse Shalal speaking. I want to like have all the context before I just make up a
Yeah.
conclusion about something.
Yeah.
And I know from the past I've gotten a lot of Christians bad mouthing Michael Jackson, and
Maybe
a lot
Michael
of stuff I
Jordan.
saw on the news that recollected with that. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's not that good of a person. And then as I have gotten older, listened to his music, now I've seen the biopic, I'm like, okay, I'm not sitting here and saying that he is a perfect person because like we have said before,
Nobody's
nobody is
perfect.
perfect.
Nobody's
So
perfect.
yeah, now look at you singing him with that. That's crazy. But yeah, I think
Great
it's
one.
something that I wanted to see and give myself that willingness to be able to do that. So I'm not
I wanna
saying
see
all
it.
Christians, if you don't want to go see the movie, I'm not saying you go watch it. If you're convicted not to go see it, I'm not going to make you go see it. But I'm
I wanna
saying
see
me,
it.
I
It
went to
looks
see it and
good.
I think it was a good time and I enjoyed myself.
It
So
looks good. I grew up
take that as you will.
listening to Michael Jackson.
And there will be more movies. Apparently, they stopped their. I think they're going through the whole life
Okay.
because it stopped after a certain point in the life, in his life, and so there's still like a whole bit like the allegations and all that stuff and everything, and
I'd wanna see
Neverland and
that too.
all that stuff. So I'm excited to see them make that and put it out on film. But anyway, anything else, Jake? Before we call it a night here.
No.
All right, beautiful.
I'm excited for
Well,
football to start soon, that's for sure.
amen to that, brother.
I
Anyway,
miss it.
guys,
I miss football.
I do too. I miss it so much, and I'm excited to beat the Ravens 2-0 again. Anyway,
No,
thank you guys for
that's
tuning
not
into the
happening.
fourth quarter faith podcast. Like Jake said at the beginning of the video, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the let us know in the comments if you guys think our AFC South predictions are right, wrong, false. Give it to us. We took the comments like we did with the last video with the Chargers takes. So if you want to hear us talk
We'll
about it,
stand on business.
comment we'll talk, we'll let you guys know how we feel about it, and also hit that notification bell so you know when we drop videos. Remember that we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so if you can't watch our videos on YouTube, you can listen to them on the road or as background noise wherever you're doing. So there's that as well. We love and appreciate every single one of you guys, and until next time, that's Jake Alagna. I'm Jesse Shalala. Have a good night.